If you can provide us details of this exhibition, the main element, of course, is Picasso, but it explores two sides of Picasso. One is his artistic work, the other one is his philosophical thinking. Can you tell more about it?
Yeah, this is Picasso Peace and Freedom, which really looks at a new angle of Picasso which hasn't been explored in an exhibition before, and it looks at it after the Second World War. In October 1944, Picasso joins the Communist Party and until the end of his life remains a party member. And what we try to do with this exhibition, to present Picasso as a serious political artist, as a committed artist who investigated political themes in his paintings, but also was someone who was very generous in creating a symbol for the peace movement with the Dove of Peace, which then went around the world and created a lot of benefit editions, spent time traveling to peace congresses, speaking at peace congresses, and also gave money to political and humanitarian causes.
You have more than almost 200 works from Picasso. How difficult it was to collect all this content?
We're extremely pleased with how many works we've managed to get together and how many important works. And of course the most important one in the exhibition is the charnel house right behind me. But there is a large number of paintings, but also a large number of drawings, prints, sculpture, posters, documentary material, and it really it's a very rich exhibition and provides a particular view of Picasso as you wouldn't have seen him, but also a really fantastic range of artworks.
And in your view, how influential is Picasso in today's world?
Well, what we hope that with Picasso Peace and Freedom, that people will look at Picasso with new eyes, that he will again be seen as someone who is actually relevant for today, not just someone who did great paintings, but someone who's a model for an artist who was politically committed, who where really in his work there were deep traces of this political commitment to the peace, and that you can be a great painter, a great expressive artist, and also a political being. Well, it's a hugely important work, and one could almost say it's one of the most important works, if not the most important works Picasso did after the Second World War. And it is really very rarely it's seen outside New York, from outside the Museum of Modern Art. And last time actually it was in this country is exactly 50 years ago, 1960 in London, so half a century. And we're extremely pleased to have managed to get it here. And it is a work that is as fresh, I think, and as moving as it was when it was painted. After the Second World War, and actually during the Second World War, Picasso painted a large number of still lifes, which usually feature skulls, human skulls, goat skulls, simple objects. And these are vanity still lifes, memento moris, reminders of the transience of life, that death is constantly around us, but also a celebration of the simplicity of life and the austerity during the war, with a simple house, but also usually with the skull, with a candle, rotting food. And I think they are statements about the change of mood after the war to reveal a celebration of the richness of life.
And how many still paintings do you have here from Picasso?
Not quite sure, but at least probably between 20 and 30 still lifes, including some important paintings, sculptures, prints and drawings. So it's a very important range of still life, most mid to late 1940s, but also some going to the early 1960s. Our starting point with this exhibition is 1944, and exactly October 1944. There are a couple of works which are a little bit earlier, but we really take his joining the Communist Party as a starting point and really concentrate on that period where he was an explicitly political artist.
Your favorite work of Picasso?
Well, there are two really. One is the charnel house, and the other one is the death's head, which is a sculpture of a death's head, a head which seems to be bloated, lying in water, and it's an extremely disturbing but extremely powerful work.
Well, many thanks for your time, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.